All right, so this is the audio. Oh, that's pretty loud. Hold on. Say something, Lewis.
Good evening.
Hello, 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 hello.
Coming to you live from windy Great Britain.
And I'm coming from the inescapable void. I'm just trying to balance our audio here. Looks like I'm hotter than you are right now. Keep talking.
Yeah, my window is actually my double glazing. The edge around it has been removed because during the summer, basically my window broke,
Oh,
and now my window kind of just sits loosely in the socket.
just kind of rattles.
Uh, and in the wind today literally knocked it out of the socket and into the blinds. So
I have had that. We have a phenomenon in Southern California called the Santa Ana winds, and I had something similar happen there. Um, Thomas is trying to join from a hotspot. That probably
man,
won't work.
man wants his moment in the limelight.
All right,
Let's get him.
we're starting this. Oh, there he is. Hold on. Yep. All you nerds listening on Twitch get to hear our tech troubleshooting. Why not? Thomas has been having
Hello.
trouble joining the call. Thomas, are you there?
There he
Yeah,
is.
finally.
I can hear. I can hear you. I can't see you.
Ah, you can see me?
There you go. Oh, it was speak. I was on speaker view there.
Look how
So,
glorious he is.
I was fuming. I was like, why I'm not connecting?
oh, we're live at the moment, so everybody can hear
Ah,
you.
hello everyone.
You want to start the show since we're just doing it? Hold on. Let me just do the title card. We'll just do the title card. There we go.
Buenas a todos, chavales. Otro viernes más con el Star Citizen Live. Que en este caso, bueno, van a hablar de movidas de Pyro. Así.
Traveling this week, doing some things we'll talk about in the future. Uh, but we're doing today's show from the void here. Joining us on the show this week are our two members from our esteemed props team. That's Lewis and Thomas. Say hi, Lewis and Thomas.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thomas, do you have any light in your room whatsoever? Why are you so dark?
I don't know why I'm so dark.
Put
I
a here,
set up everything before and
do this. Open a blank notepad. Open a blank notepad and make it really big on your screen.
oh, that's smart.
Get
It's
that
ghetto
screen
lighting.
tan.
Look at that. Look at that.
There we
That
go.
work. That work from home glow.
Who's been doing this forever? Who's been doing this forever? All right. Now, granted, this is a game dev show. If you've never seen a game dev episode, it's where we spend most of our time in screen share, and you won't see our faces anyway as we create something to potentially go into the persistent universe. Lewis, what are we making today?
Today.
Bueno, están comentando de que esto es un show Gamedev y además dice Discolando que como que están haciendo diferentes cosas. Está imprimiendo una movida ahí detrás. Bueno, el caso, aparte de tener una impresora 3D detrás que me está volviendo loco, dice Discolando que como se está moviendo, que ya sabéis que se está moviendo para Europa, ahora mismo está Samsung está moviendo para Europa, pues que tienen todo desmadrado y por eso tienen así puesto lo que es el fondo ese raro y tal. Y este episodio, pues, lo que van a hacer en este episodio, pues es diseñar algo que van a incorporar en el juego y creo que tiene que ver con carritos.
Items on it. So, yeah. Fingers crossed it all goes well. No, in Data Forge it won't, but
Okay.
but we'll see.
And before we get started, who are you? It's everybody's first show. So, Lewis, introduce yourself, and then Thomas, you can introduce yourself.
So yeah, I'm Lewis Thompson. I'm a cone modeler from the box team. Um, but yeah, just make props.
Dice, soy Lewis Thompson y soy modelador de conos para el equipo de props.
So when that update came out, you've all probably woken up in one of my beds at one point. So yeah,
You heard it here first. You've all woken up in Lewis's bed. Thomas, who are you? What do you do?
I'm Thomas. I'm also part of the box team. And I've been working for CIG since 6 months now, and I passed probation not long ago, so I'm a full artist, a box team member now. And And yeah, I've done the trophy for the CitizenCon this year. So
Nice.
you probably
Ah,
got
mira, dice que este chaval que ha hecho, Thomas, que ha hecho el trofeo para la CitizenCon de este año. También trabaja en el equipo en el Box Team, el equipo cajas.
Well, Lewis, if
Perfect.
you want to start up the screen share, we can jump into it.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Oh, my perf horse is crying. Right, cool. So, everything's disappeared, as per tradition. So, what we have here, we've basically
Wait.
got,
Hold,
the
hold,
bare
hold on,
bones.
hold on, real quick. Richard Tyrer is calling me. Hey, Rich, we're live on the stream right now.
Are you? Awesome.
What's going on, man?
Hey, you called me and I'm just, being happy and calling you back.
Oh, well, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'll leave you to your
Pleasure.
stream if you're streaming.
That's just Lewis. Just okay. Now I'll call you back after the show.
All right. Have fun. Bye bye.
All right, bye.
Dice que ha llamado a Richard Tyler y que dice, bueno, te he llamado porque me has llamado, pero te llamo al final del show. Y listo. Y risas.
Right, cool. So what usually happens when we start a new task on props, we get sent a cool piece of concept art by one of our many talented concept artists.
That's a cool
This is one of them. So yeah, we'll have this image, and we've basically got to go around and work out how to turn it from this 2D image into a working object in the game. So obviously this is like a little pump truck trolley type thing. So we can make it interactable. We've got wheels, we got a hand.
Parece que lo que vamos a ver aquí es el típico proceso de pasar algo que está en concepto a hacer algo realmente que sea usable, funcional en el juego, ¿no? Y dice que a pallet mover, un movedor de palets, dice que están haciendo, bueno, viene siendo un torito mecánico, ¿no? Que le llamamos aquí.
Props especially because like there's so many different ways of saying like is it the
Yeah.
American way or the British way,
Yeah.
and we always get so confused.
Yeah,
En realidad, Filser es un castrador, tío. Un castrador de testículos.
Forks go into the into the holes at the bottom of the pallet, and then you crank the handle down, and it jacks it up off the ground like an automotive jack. Yep.
Yeah.
So a pallet jack.
We've actually got a pallet in the scene that hopefully we're going to be able to, once we've got it running, hopefully be able to get it on there. So I'm going to start. I'm just going to go away. So Tom, if you want to like start chatting,
So
I'll try and make some way on this.
Yeah, so basically now Lewis is checking if everything is, separated to put the anchor points. So like he is checking like if the wheel as it's gonna roll by itself, it is being separated. Just making sure the whole hierarchy is well done in this scene. And once he got that, we will separate things up. So
Right.
we can actually push it in the scene and having fun with it.
Gotcha. So this was something that was created previously just to be a visual item in the background, and now you have to convert it into something that NPCs can actually move around.
Yeah,
Essentially, like we like I said, because we're not doing this just for the stream. This is actually a prop that I've been assigned to work on this week. So eventually it's going to look something like this with all the POM details.
Estoy moviendo mucho porque me está jodiendo el pie, chavales, porque le da una hostia ahí sin querer. Y no veas.
Grey box. So it's still, if I move this back over here.
Is there a designer attached to this? Do we have any stats on this pallet jack? Can it lift above its weight class?
I've heard that it can lift the reclaimer. It's that good. We designed them strong. But
Le está preguntándole si está baratillo, que cuánto peso aguanta, cuánto puede levantar. Y dice, lo hemos diseñado fuerte, es capaz de levantar un reclaimer en plan coña, ¿no? Que no, ni puta idea saben, no saben todavía.
Yes, we're creating this in response to for that special reclaimer, so we can lift it up.
Yeah, essentially, so what we have to make a trolley, what we need to do, let me move this. So we've got 2 points on each wheel. So we've got the point at which the wheel rotates. So, for example, like this, so that we can maneuver it. And then there's one for the actual wheel to spin. so that the wheels spin like they do in the game, like a realistic wheel. And basically what we need to do in order to have this function is create 2 point helpers. So I believe
Yeah, the
if
main
I
one
have
and the
got-
wheel one. Yeah.
so this will be wheel turn 1. So we'll call this wheel will be wheel 1.
Está describiendo, ¿no?, el proceso de creación del carrito. Dice que en este caso pues necesitamos 2 puntos, uno para que rote y otro para que gire la rueda, ¿no? Y ahí están haciéndolo.
Yeah, exactly. So with this new point helper, we've got this. We then attach the geometry which we want to rotate. So now, basically, when we rotate this, the geometry will move with it. And when we create like collision meshes for it as well, we can put that under that in the hierarchy, and that will also move along with that. So we've got that mesh. So now what we need.
Claro, dice que luego una vez hacen ese movimiento y se asegura que se mueve bien, pueden poner como el giro en jerarquía, de tal manera que lo que está puesto debajo pues se moverá, las ruedas se moverán acompañando el giro de esa pieza, ¿no?
Wheel spin.
Spin.
Again,
Okay.
again, we like our fancy naming conventions.
Well,
So now we've
everybody-
got, so for this wheel, oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say everybody knows at Star Citizen we're really good at naming things. It's one of our
Very
strong
good.
suits. Somebody in chat was asking why you're using 3D Max and not Blender.
As long as you are like, I think that in at CIG was cool that it's that you can use any tool that you want as long as you work well with it and you
Yeah.
are efficient and everything. I think everyone will agree with that, and that's.
You'd agree that
We
Blender's
are
better
really
though,
using-
right? I'm just causing.
I'm trying to
It's
learn.
different,
I'm
I
trying
would
to
say.
learn Blender.
Yeah, same.
I'm trying to learn Blender at home, but it's so once you've got Max ingrained in your head, when you go to Blender, it's like it's a
Exactly,
completely
yeah.
different. It's so like there's so much to it. I'm
It
really
is, as long
trying. I'm
as
really
you're-
trying to like it.
As long as you are making good art, the tool that you are using is not really the math.
Le está preguntando de por qué está utilizando 3D Max en lugar de Blender. Porque la discusión, parece que hay una discusión de que si Blender es mejor que 3D Max y tal. Y dice que una vez aprendes a utilizar las herramientas de 3D Max, el cambio a Blender que es duro porque es una forma de trabajar diferente. Y que en Cloud Imperium Games, mientras consigas buen resultado con las herramientas que estés utilizando, que para adelante. Que no hay, digamos, puertas cerradas a usar otras herramientas, ¿no?, mientras consigues el trabajo.
X in the late 90s and back when we used to like download models of like X-wings off that other people had posted to bulletin boards, and then make our own little animated trench runs.
I think what I did I opened in SketchUp once. I downloaded someone had done like a model of the Citadel from Mass Effect, like one of the the big bit that curves around and it's got all the foliage and the balconies and like the main Presidium, I think it is. I loaded that in, and I remember my 150-pound laptop literally like started screaming. I'd never heard a sound like that come from a computer, but my God, it was like, nope, I can't handle this. Please just execute me.
I'm thrilled to see some people my age that remember Bryce 3D. Yeah, Bryce 3D. How many canyons did you guys make? I made hundreds of canyons. I used to fly those X-wings through them.
So, yeah, I'm
I
just
think
doing.
when
Go on.
I was just gonna say, do it. When I learned 3D, I was like downloading a lot of like Star Wars stuff as well, like Jared. It's
What scene was it you made again for your personal work?
the one on YouTube.
Was it
I mean,
it was Palpatine's room, wasn't it?
yeah. I did like the Palpatine's office in the Engine. Yeah, when I'm doing 3D for my personal work, it's often Star Wars related thing.
Wait, did you do Palpatine's throne room in Jedi, or did you do his office in like?
No, the office in on Coruscant. The
Right. Yeah.
It's his office. I did that in Unreal Engine.
Oh, we're missing a wheel. There it is.
Están hablando de cosas que han hecho a nivel personal. Dice que este se ha hecho la oficina de Coruscant de Palpatine. Dice luego Discolando que pues de cuando, o sea, en el pasado que había hecho movidas con los X-Wing y tal. Están hablando un poquito de eso, de que habían utilizado la herramienta.
We made a battle trolley.
Lol.
We were
Está enganchándose del carrito de batalla.
hard points those are, but we put a quantum drive on the back of the trolley. We got missiles. We got
Look, I'm
bombs. We
trying.
got a pilot seat.
Lol. O sea, tiene un batter, quantum travel en la parte de atrás, no sé cuántos hardpoints.
This was a research task. This was very important.
It's a very
This is
important
a-
research task.
Yeah.
Now, if you want the battle trolley, folks, I suggest you take to Reddit and to Spectrum and start your threads now. Request the battle trolley, LTI token. Do it now.
It's glorious. It's glorious. Given to the might of the battle trolley.
Va, iba a escribir una cosa, pero no
Right.
es el cabrón.
So, do
so-
you have the grip?
Pues dice, si queremos el carrito de batalla que escribáis y tal, y digo, le iba a contestar, ya tenemos la Cultas Steel como carrito de batalla. Porque casi por ahí le anda,
How the wheels need to turn. So they should all turn independently and stuff. Hoping I've set them up right. The next thing we need is a place for the player to be able to grip the trolley and interact with it. So I'm just going to start making
So,
that now.
but you got to make that
Yeah.
one wheel that has like a 15-degree less turning radius. That's all, there's always one wheel. It's always sketchy. These things.
Yeah, the part of the workflow that we love the most is when we send this off to audio to basically add in a squeaky wheel. Did a 2-week research trip to Tesco's to find the trolley they can. So this is going to be a really
Se le está perdiendo la conexión.
quick version. Obviously, we take a lot more time when for now. I'm just going to do this. So this will be mesh interaction 1.
So yeah, now you're making the mesh, and then you're gonna put the anchor points.
And that's for like the targeted animations, so that they'll reach out
Yeah.
and grab for that.
Yep.
So
Yeah. For folks, for folks who are just tuning in and whatnot, a lot of what we're doing now, it's we had a white box model of a trolley, but it was meant for like background and just sitting there. We are now converting it into a usable option with wheels that can rotate.
Que está diciendo Discolando, para aquellos que acabáis de llegar, estábamos pillando un carrito que estaba diseñado para estar de escena de fondo, simplemente como decorado de escenario, y lo estamos transformando en realmente algo usable.
Usable. We'll begin building it up for its potential use inside a Pyro space station. This is
Dice que además era para su potencial uso dentro de una estación de Pyro, ¿no?
specifically for the show. This is a task that these guys already have on their development docket, so we're just killing 2 birds.
Pues ahí tienes, la movida del carrito es que estará en las estaciones de Pyro, Zorro. Ahí lo tienes, tío.
Specifically yours money.
Yeah, we handpicked yours. We were like,
we
this
work
guy
and
wants
we
a trolley.
entertain.
Right.
So yeah, now you put the interaction point, which is gonna be the text where the text of grip is gonna appear, I guess.
Yeah. So basically, this is where the interaction takes place. I believe the interaction highlight is driven by the collision mesh for it, which is over. Why is that over here and a completely different shape to what? Gamedev.
Where'd it go?
This is fun. Right.
Why do you
I'm gonna do it a different way.
Why do you always kill birds, Lando? I just like the phrase. I don't kill anything. I'm the guy that catches a fly and walks it out outside of my front door and lets it go.
Oh, that's wholesome.
So now you're putting out as a proxy.
No, that's about the only aspect of me that's remotely wholesome.
Is there like bias towards different insects?
No, I just everything's got its place in the universe. I don't have to like it, but it just doesn't have to do it inside my house. So I just move it out of the house, and then they can go off and live their life and do whatever task nature wanted them to do somewhere else.
Right, here we go.
So now it is converted as a proxy.
So yeah, this if I rename it, my rename tool is not working. Fantastic. Let me I'll do it manually.
Yeah.
If I can remember physics.
Proxy. Yeah.
01.
Yes, and for the Blender questions that come in, again, as usual, this is one of those kind of things we end up repeating quite a bit over the 8 years that I've been doing this here at CIG. We allow most of our artists to work in the tools with which they're most proficient with. So we have a marvelous tools team here, whose job is to create all of these importers and exporters and bridges and stuff between all these softwares, so that when we bring folks into the project, if their primary experience is on 3D Max or it's on Blender or it's in Houdini or whatever, we support that and let them work in the aspects in which they are most familiar. If they want to learn other softwares, he was just saying that he's trying to learn Blender right now in his spare time. That's fine, I think. But one of the things that I think we're really proud of is how we support our artists and letting them work in the.
Claro, está diciendo de que, discolando, ¿no? De que a la hora de incorporar artistas a la empresa, de que si los artistas utilizan determinadas herramientas que potencian el uso o los apoyan, ¿no? Mejor dicho, en el uso de esas herramientas, y si quieren aprender otras en su tiempo libre, pues que lo hagan, ¿no? Pero que una de las cosas que dice que están orgullosos dentro del estudio, dentro de la empresa, es la posibilidad de que, de alguna manera, pues las herramientas con las que trabajen los diferentes artistas, que pueden usar las que quieran, ¿no? Pueden usar 3D Max, Houdini o cualquier otra, ¿no?
And talking about Magic Bridge, have you seen that? What they're building between?
I haven't.
They've built a new tool that basically brings Houdini inside of the game engine and lets them do it. Let's Houdini. It basically does live Houdini stuff inside the game engine and stuff. It's really cool, but it's great.
Oh no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
terrific
I
for
see-
prop
I see, yeah.
placements. It's like you sit there and they can just point at a shelf and go fill this up with stuff, and it fills it up with bottles and all the things that you guys have been making. It now makes the
Yeah,
placement
yeah.
for it. Super cool.
Yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
trying to take a delve into Houdini on our side,
Yeah.
like developing some workflows for it.
It's going to be essential to really get that coffee shop gameplay into 317. I know. I'm reading the chat and people are super stoked about that coffee shop stuff. So.
Dice Escolando que la herramienta que han creado los... Hijo de puta. La herramienta que han creado los compañeros de meter Houdini directamente, que a la hora de hacer Houdini pueden meter las cosas como casi en tiempo real en lo que es el motor de juego, que es una herramienta cojonuda, que es como una especie de fusión que han hecho y que es súper útil para hacer cosas como lo que viene siendo la tienda de café o la cafetería, mejor dicho. La coffee shop es la cafetería, ¿no? De la cual sé que hay varios colegas o compañeros, ¿no? O gente en el chat que aprecia bastante la coffee shop, la cafetería, ¿no? Y por eso ha puesto esa cara en plan de, por sabéis la polémica que ha habido de lo del roadmap y tal, y de que todo para meter una puta cafetería de mierda. En fin.
There's virtue to both approaches. It's just if there's one underlying truth to all game development, and this is all game development anywhere, is that there's no one right way to do everything. It's just so we're big proponents here of, all right, we got to do this, and then we got to do this, and we got to do this other thing, this fourth thing. What are the most effective ways to do each one? And if they don't happen to be the same thing through the same process, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they all end up in the same place, that's fine. But the arguments go both ways. I see plenty of people. I could sit here and make a solid argument for forcing everybody to use the same tool and stuff like this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's game development, though. There's just no one way to do it.
So,
But Blender is better than
Lewis.
3D Max, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Thomas. Go ahead.
No worries.
Straight for the throat. Straight for the throat. Oh my god.
So,
Uh,
here Lewis did on his trolley. I don't know if you noticed. He put 2 anchor points, one for the left hand and one for the right hand.
oh, sorry. Yeah, let me
And-
just go back.
Just show them. Yeah, quickly. So in the middle it's the grip, well, no, it's the interactive point, so that's where you will see the text message saying grip the thing. And on the other two one is just the left and right hand, so you can put your hands on it. And now we are gonna configure on it how the hand's gonna behave on this, and to just say
Están configurando también lo que es el grip, el agarre. Están configurándolo en lo que es el carrito, ¿no? Que son esos cubos que vemos ahí, donde configuran las movidas. En el torito mecánico este, ¿no?
We've got like luckily we've got like a bunch of like templates we can pick from depending on what trolley we're using. So for example, we got, you know, a multi-grip one, which means like a trolley that you can grip from like basically two ends. There's the single grip one, which is just one grip point, which is what we're going to be using. There's stuff like the, you know, the wheelchairs for hospitals and stuff, and all sorts.
Right.
You know, so for now, what we're going to do is going to jump in here and plug in our geometry basically. So this is going to be where we add in.
where you link your mesh. Yeah.
My brain is ticking away. I'm going to give it a refresh. Come on. And my favorite part is going to crash my edit when I create this.
That's part of the
Ashraka, Ashraka asks,
There you go.
Will we ever be able to use and sit in the wheelchairs in the hospital?
Unknown.
Acaban de preguntar si vamos a ser alguna vez capaces de sentarnos en las sillas de ruedas de los hospitales o usarlas. Y dice que desconocido, que no lo sabe.
Yeah.
The answer, if it's ever, does it make things seem more diegetic? Does it make things act like we expect them to act? The answer is always going to be yes. That's what we want to do, but it always comes down to priorities and time.
Claro, dice que si queremos que algo tiene que funcionar de la manera que, o sea, se espera que el jugador espere de que eso funcione de la manera que se espera que funcione, pues sí lo vamos a hacer, pero a lo largo del tiempo, que hay una cola de prioridades a la hora de hacer las cosas en el juego.
And plugging it into something that's already been programmed, and then just configuring it and tweaking it. But you know, for us, I know we're always very, very busy. So I can only imagine, you know, the programming side creating these features, and you know, there's a hell of a lot that goes into just like, you know, it's all good for me to come and just create a variant, but you know, someone's already come and paved the way for me to do this in a big way. You know, it's been developed over a long time. When I first joined, like over a year ago, like that was when this was being worked on, and there was like a good few months where I joined in just to help support the development of the trolleys, and there was a lot that went into it, a lot of stress, a lot of pain. But no, it's good. It's good. We like this.
Yeah, and for people who have questions like why do we have people working on trolleys and stuff like this, they are principally a component of Squadron 42. They're used in several of the background animations and things that are going on aboard life on a ship like the Idris or the Javelin or whatnot, and so work is prioritized for that purpose as we continue to bring that game to completion.
Está comentando, discordando de cuál es el motivo del que le estén dando prioridad a trabajar en carritos o que tengan equipo de gente de pros trabajando en carritos. Porque dice que es una parte esencial de Escuadrón 42 para dar vida a Idris, Javelin y todos los escenarios que se desarrollan en Escuadrón 42.
Yeah. So maybe you have a rotation issue there.
Yeah. It was coming in at a 90 instead of at a 0.
So I'm just going to move these out of here.
Yeah,
Whack
while
an
you are
interaction
fixing.
one for now. So we got a bunch of like dodgy transforms here, so I'm just going to reset all of those. And then if we bring
Just
these back,
put
oh my
everything
God,
back
I've
in,
lost
yeah.
them already.
That's this one, yeah. Will turn, yeah.
When you look at the hierarchy, sometimes it just blends into like just a blur of white, and you're like, oh, I can't see.
So now
Right, so let's. Oh, it doesn't like this. Oh, it's because I'm disconnected from the VPN to improve my internet connection.
Oh, so if you connect in, it might drop you from the show.
We can give it a shot. It will still do it. It just takes ages to export. So just hope we get. Well, that's
almost.
a bit. This is an issue from before. This is something that I need to go and fix, but it's not a huge issue for.
Yeah, just a geometry
this.
issue. Yeah.
Max, please come back to me.
Why does the Vanguard's landing gear have wheels and treads when it can't roll? It can't roll at present. It can't roll now. That's all I'll say about that.
Max is not behaving.
Let me try.
Están intentando hacer una cosa, pero tienen que estar conectados a la red interna de la empresa, a la VPN, y no pueden hacerlo. Y para conectarse ahora, pues se perdía la conexión en el show. Entonces están intentando hacer algo y tienen un problema con 3D Max. Da igual. Nos quieren mostrar cómo sería el carrito en el juego. Lo que están haciendo. Y aparte de eso, le han preguntado, ¿no? De por qué algunas naves tienen ruedas si no giran. Y dice Discolando, no giran de momento. Eso es lo único que voy a decir. Por ahora no giran, ¿no?
This wheel's a bit funky.
So yeah, it's maybe the second one. Yeah. Spin.
Same thing again. Just double check. 90 degrees. So we'll reset that as well. I've got a hotkey set up for that because reset X forms and transforms is very important.
Very, yeah.
So there we go. So that's resolved.
There
that.
we go.
Cool. We got the same issue on these wheels now. Do you know what? Let's just.
So
if I press AI in physics, you see it like it doesn't like that. It jumps out the way because of the way everything's set up.
So Lewis, while you fix that, let's talk about that art test that you had to do. We actually got some folks in chat asking what was the art test like for you since you hired in so recently?
Wait. Go on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, for Thomas. Sorry.
Me, I had like to do a test for 2 weeks. So yeah, you get the concept art. Corey was just saying that they want you to track your time. Of course, play the game and don't worry about this. Just work like you would do. Show you like the steps that you did. So for example, on my art test, I just showed that I went to white box at this stage. I went to detail at that stage and worked on the final art at that stage while showing it in my track of time. And yeah, it gives you all the details of what you need to know for your artist. And yeah, basically you have fun with it and show your artistic view on the concept art, because of course you don't have to. That's the thing with concept art, and even our work in every day, you have to kind of have like a bit of an art like side of things. Like you don't do like from A to Z to what you see in the concept art. Just have fun with it. Like try to adapt the shapes, adapt the props to what you feel like it could be. So it it is kind of interesting to see, and how you see the props being interesting, basically. And that's one thing that I think we value a lot, is seeing those things, that you can have like an artistic side of view of things. And yeah. And
Claro, dice que a la hora de hacer un prop de este tipo, o pasarlo de lo que es el arte, que no. Lo que no hacen es hacerlo todo a escala o pillar cada punto, cada coordenada de lo que es el arte, sino que simplemente utilizando el arte pues tratan de reflejar lo que es una idea y plasmarla en el juego. O sea, tratar de buscar las sensaciones que le transmite el concepto, no hacerlo todo en plan a medida, ¿no? Tal cual como pone.
It rotates the points that we want it to rotate. This is a bit down at the moment, but that's something I can fix by extending this mesh down. But everything's sitting in the right position. But obviously it's very back heavy at the moment. So at the moment, we don't have, apart from these, so these are the debug for these is a bit dodgy, but if we go over to this this walker we have, you can see that what DataForge is actually doing is on those points, like here, it's actually spawning a collision mesh where the wheel is, and that basically what that allows us to do is these essentially become the collision for the wheels, allowing us to push them about. And obviously the actual mesh also has a collision mesh as well. And we don't. So the way that the physics are calculated for these objects Now I don't want to go too far into it because it could be completely wrong, but the way it's done, my understanding is that it's done via the collision proxy. So if we
Put a box for like the
just
proxy.
whack a box on each of these forks.
It's a good time to remind you that we're already halfway done, by the way, time wise.
I think we're doing. I think we're doing all right this time. I think this was a much better. I think we're doing better for time than we did the last stream we did.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you have time to build it up. That's all.
Okie. Activate.
Están diciendo, bueno, lo que nos enseñaron antes, esas movidas de pelotas rojas y tal, que es todo lo rojo que veíamos ahí antes en el objeto era como la red de colisión. Y que ahora mismo dice que la gravedad, que está como muy para adelante del carrito y que tienen que configurarla bien y que están metiendo como una especie también de red de colisión que no tienen ahora puesto, que creo que es lo que está haciendo con esa movida. Y además, aparte de eso, creo que les ha sido, o sea, les queda todavía media hora, tío, pero sí, o sea, yo creo que ha sido el SCL más rápido de la historia, de momento.
Into the game as quickly as you can so that, you know, other teams aren't waiting on you to be able to. So, for example, if the environment artists wanted to place this in a scene or to create a puzzle with it or something like that, you'd want to get the functionality done as soon as you can, just so you're not holding them up, really. So we can drag this in here.
To answer the folks in chat, yes, what you're seeing is lag from the internet. The UK is having a pretty heavy storm right now, and that's why Lewis's voice attenuates the way it does sometimes, and he's the one sharing. So that is that's why your frame rate looks like it does sometimes. So, and also it's called the Pyro proposition because we're making a prop for the Pyro space stations, and I just like really bad, crappy titles because they amuse me. So don't read too much.
Bueno, está diciendo Discordando que sí, que aquellas personas que vean que hay problemas de conexión, dice que sí, que ahora mismo hay una tormenta bastante fuerte en el Reino Unido, parece ser. Y además dice que efectivamente el streaming se llama La Proposición de Pyro porque están haciendo un carrito para Pyro, un trito mecánico para Pyro, y que dice que sí, que el título es así porque a Discordando le gusta poner títulos de mierda.
And they're like, can you make videos that are more professional and with less funny haha in them? And I'm like, no. And they're like, all right, we'll hire you anyway. I'm like, cool. So it's always been a thing since day one. It's like, no.
Always be yourself.
You told me I could be crappy. I'm crappy. And it's like, all right.
That's the thing as well, man. You have to be yourself. Why acting as someone you are not?
No, it's literally one of my, people ask, there's lots of reasons to like your job and whatever, but one of the things that I like most about my job, probably the thing that I like most about this job, is that they've never asked me to be anything.
Nosotros decimos TTM, pero no, es como un título, o sea, crappy es como tontería, como bobo, ¿sabes? Como en plan de... O sea, pero si nosotros lo llamaríamos título de mierda, en realidad.
This or whatever, and I'm like, not really. This is, it's so sometimes the joke is a little too obtuse, and just like, I don't get it. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I did, and it made me laugh. So
worth it every time.
Sometimes I make things for an audience of one.
So
essentially, what just happened there? Go on. I'll let you explain.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say just put proxies to have weight on it, and I was asking if it was going to work.
Yeah.
See if you put the AI. Yeah.
So two things happened. So originally the template comes with 4 wheels. So obviously we don't have 4 wheels unless we have 3. So I removed one of them, and the wheels at the front were quite big by default. So I've changed the sizes down for those. So these are a lot smaller now. And also this back one, the size increased a bit. And then because we've got these proxies on the front now, the weight distribution is way better. So now when we activate our physics, it's a lot better. Obviously, with stuff like this, the wheel, you can tweak these basically so that the mesh isn't clipping with the floor. So for example, here it's still a bit dodge, but this is stuff we can all tweak later. The thing I'm interested in now,
You think if it works with your hands?
or actually I need to turn this off. Let's see if this works now. Surprise, surprise.
And you can.
It's broken. So I'm
Ah.
going to go quickly check where it's gone wrong.
Jared is an on-air personality now. That's like 90 minutes of my job every week. I still got another 50 hours. That's my actual job. The
Yeah, it
on-air
looks like
stuff
we
is
can
like the
see-
bonus.
Interruption Point.
¿Cómo que ese título es Clickbait, chavales? Pero a ver. Es Star Citizen y es una movida de Pyro. ¿Qué queréis que ponga? Yo qué sé. Braguitas gratis. ¿Qué coño queréis que ponga, joder? Algo tendrá que poner. O sea, sí que pensáis que es Clickbait a muerte o qué. No tiene, o sea, no tiene necesidad de poner Clickbait de Tijolando. ¿Para qué, tío? No lo veo, vamos.
This is the most time consuming part.
Exactly.
Interaction grips. I should be working. Interesting.
Ahora, que también os digo que el carrito me está sabiendo un poco al Star Citizen Live este que hicieron sobre el cabezón, tío, que se tiraban medio año haciendo mierdas. Me está llegando al alma el carrito ya, ¿eh?
It's my last stream. No, this one works. So we
Okay.
might just proceed with this one. This is
Well,
one I set up earlier just so that I ironed out any kinks with with what was going on. So
We can probably move
We-
to this one because you only got like 20 minutes left.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, that totally went fine. This is totally not one we made earlier, but it's all good. So
Yeah.
we're gonna quickly drag this into the trash hole. Where's my
Guy-
open goal?
Guys, we've talked about the frame rate. It's a screen share across the world during a storm.
Yeah, my window could cave in at any point. That's how bad it is.
It's really bad right now in the UK.
a ver, que está bien, que ya hemos visto cómo funciona, joder, pero, hostia,
God.
es duro, ¿eh?
Right, cool. So I'm just going to quickly replace this. Right, let's start adding stuff. So, being my infinite wisdom, I decided we're going to add. We'll start off with the palette. Wherever that is.
Now, what's the brief for this? Because so far we've only spent the time talking about physicalizing this palette. But what are you actually adding to it? What's the brief here? What's the mandate? What are we trying to do?
So
So
essentially, we want to. I believe this is going to be used. You can use it as an interactable, but there's also going to be some around levels with like items on them that you can use as cover pretty much. So essentially, we want to create a version that has a palette on with some cargo on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start dragging.
But
Stuff
the
over.
cargo isn't just a SCU box full of stuff. It's this is like an NPC's personal belongings that they're.
Yeah. We just want a load of random crap on it, really. Pardon my language. Anyway. So yeah, the way I'm gonna I've picked a few random items. These are obviously gonna change.
Vale, Discord lo que va a preguntar, oye, ¿para qué quieres hacer esto? No sé cuánto, pero sigo con mi movida. Yo quiero hablar de mi libro. Eso es lo que ha dicho el fulano, básicamente lo que ha dicho es colando. Que dice, bueno, sí, va a ser usado para NPCs o va a estar en niveles y que pueda ser usado para cargar y tal. Y ahí va.
And it updates the position of the mesh. So I could do this and then, wait, what am I doing? Obviously I can do that, but I can also create more nodes, rotate them in whatever direction I want.
and put the
And, then, and if I hit update, it then updates it with all the stuff. So this is a cool little way of like kind of dressing, how you want something to be, and then instancing the meshes so that you can make changes on a larger scale. So for example, if we've got all these placed like this in random orientations and we wanted to change like a detail on the palette, we can just change one here and we just hit update and it'll update globally on everything. So it's a really handy tool to have. So for now, I'm just going to drag.
Vale, está diciendo que lo que puedo hacer es varias colocaciones, o sea, un copy-paste, pero un copy-paste de una movida con un maestro, digamos, con una pieza maestra, que se actualizan esa pieza maestra, pueden actualizarse el resto de piezas que están ahí, ¿no?
And then what we're going to go for next, what have we got? This hierarchy is a mess. I'm really sorry. I should have cleaned this up. Next, we'll do the next biggest thing, which was...
It's just an honest demonstration of workflow.
Yeah, I think it's really important as well, because I think a lot of people come on to these, like, you know, streams. I've seen streams before where people come on, they edit out all of the happy accidents and the mistakes, and you don't get to see the, you know, the process, because it does take a long time. It does take a long time. Oh, come on, work, please.
Good work always takes time.
And so does yours.
Will it work? Update?
There we go,
Yeah.
Crisis averted.
And now you're going to them with the generator?
Yeah, so I'll add that.
top.
No, that's not working. Oh, it is. It's just not. Okay. I just had it hidden. Basically, I'm an idiot. Cool. So I'll add that on there.
Es un componente,
I
chavales.
don't know. Maybe we have to,
Así de buen rollo.
because we're adventurous. We'll even put a bit of rotation on it. Ooh, stability.
Are you being
Stability.
crazy there?
I don't know why they're
There we
appearing.
go.
It's hidden. All right, cool. I could
It's
use this little
because the main one
sidebar.
is
I use this little sidebar to quickly. I can display all the proxies. I can hide them.
Bueno,
collision
no
meshes.
parece ya un componente.
I can change between
Ahora parece otra cosa.
LODs. This is a cool little tool I actually use. What next? Oh,
you can put the
Who put-
plushie.
who
Ooh.
put this in there? Mad.
I don't know. We didn't plan it at all.
Is a plush whale really going to provide effective cover?
This one
That's
is.
Of course.
That's huge. Is that the right size?
That's the big one. That's the big one.
It-
That's
Do you
bigger
know
than
what?
the ones.
Two sizes. Yeah.
No nos están enseñando herramienta especial ni nada, simplemente están haciendo un objeto para implementarlo en el juego, no están haciendo nada exclusivo, claro que no.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it grew. It's
Became a
just
big boy.
silence from Jared. He's like, I'm fed up with these pop artists already. Get him off. Bin him.
It's close.
They just
Mine had more profanity in it.
Please, I would like to come back again. Don't hate me. Okay. Hopefully.
Por eso dices que no hace mucho sentido estos lives. Bueno, estos lives están... O sea, el Star Citizen Live está pensado para mostrar cómo se desarrollan las cosas dentro del estudio, cómo funciona el estudio. Y esto es una de esas partes. ¿Sabes? El tema es... Te puede gustar más o menos, ahí estoy de acuerdo. Te puede entretener más o menos, pero... De alguna manera tratan de enseñar partes del desarrollo. De cómo se hacen las cosas. Realmente es que no hay... Para tú enseñar cómo hace esto un tío, no hay... Es que no hay una manera... O sea, no hay otra manera de hacerlo, yo creo. O sea, ¿cómo lo enseñas si no? O sea, si tú tienes que enseñar esto, o quieres enseñar esto de cómo se hace, o cómo hace un tío un prop y lo mete y lo plancha, ¿cómo cojones lo enseñas? O sea, ¿qué le pones al tío, yo qué sé? ¿Contar chistes o meter imágenes de otra cosa? No sé, tío. Es complicado, ¿sabes? Hacer esto que... O sea, al final esto le interesa sobre todo a la gente que se dedica a este sector o gente que le llame este tipo de herramientas de diseño, que quiera dedicarse a esto algún día o que lo haga por hobby. Pero en realidad la mayoría de las personas no vamos a poder... O sea, es muy difícil entretener con esto, tío. Muy difícil. Es saber que eso está ahí, que funciona de esta manera. Y bueno, pues nos hace un poco también... En parte también nos da la idea de cuál es el trabajo o sea, cómo se hace un videojuego, ¿no? Realmente. O sea, este tipo de cosas nos enseñan a ver eso también, ¿no? Que llevan su tiempo y tal. Pero no necesariamente tienen por qué ser, ¿sabes? La fiesta del pirata. Es eso, básicamente.
take cover behind in a realistic scenario, but we'd have some, maybe more variety of stuff. So if it's for Pyro, it can be like scrap metal and like engine parts and bits from the station, or
Claro, un resumen estaría bien, yo te entiendo, pero la intención del Star Citizen Live es el conectar que el equipo de trabajo de Cloud Imperium Games conecte con los backers.
that means that, oh no, I have to connect to Perforce. I don't know if I can.
De alguna manera es
One
eso.
sec. If
You
I've
can
got
do
the
it.
file locally,
Make it work.
I've only got 12
Así a todo, ha
seconds.
habido algún live que he tenido que cerrar porque no he sido capaz de aguantarlo,
top
tío, porque
secret
me era
one.
demasiado, ¿sabes?
Yeah, no.
O sea, al final...
Well, here, hold on. I'll turn the screen share off. You show me. Here, look, they can't see your screen. Show it to me, and I'll tell you whether you can show it or not. What is it? They're
Let
looking
me
at
let me get the.
they're looking at my face right now instead of you, so you can show me. Let me see.
I'm just trying to find the image. Oh my god, I need to clean my files out. There's so much cursed stuff here. So I literally dumped everything. It's this one, but the mesh for this one.
That's all right.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all right.
Dice, ¿puedes enseñar esto, no?
Vale.
Porque está mirando de enseñar una
That-
cosa,
that-
¿no?
that
A ver
was
si la puedo
actually-
enseñar.
Originally, that was actually part of CitizenCon, and then it got cut, but only because of time.
Ah.
Only because of time. So we're clear on that one.
Bueno, Raike,
I'll do my best to get it in.
pero...
We got 10 minutes. We can do this.
Got 10
They
minutes.
will see your props in advance. Only the
Yeah,
ones in
this
the
is
chat will know.
spoilers, man. Only yeah.
Spoiler prop. Spoiler prop.
They could all say, I was there.
I fought for this one.
O sea, esto es lo único que vamos a ver de
Yeah,
Pyro.
yeah,
al
Remember,
menos.
yeah.
I had a
En
I-
todos los Star Citizen Live, esto es lo único que vamos a ver de Pyro, creo.
because it.
Yeah, it looks dope.
Oh,
Yeah.
I say you guys can sit here and try to recreate it from the reflection of my glasses, but we're just going to show it to you in a minute, so you can save yourself the effort.
I gotta go back on the VPN for one bit. Load faster. There's too many polygons.
It's gonna explode.
This is the part where I take a coffee break.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
It's the most minor inconvenience. You go for a coffee break. Oh my god. What is that? Is that a never
Here we
before
go.
seen prop? Okay. I better be able to. I swear, Corey comes back from holiday and he's like, "Why'd you let Jared do that? Why'd you let him? This is not allowed. It's illegal." Right. I'm gonna hit my magic copy button.
It's the
That
Phantom
tool is
Toll
amazing.
booth.
Ah! I love it. I love it already. Right.
Could remove those, yeah.
Oh, that wasn't the right button.
Que ni siquiera es lo que vamos a ver de Pyro. Va a ser esto y ya
I was
está.
like,
Es
where's
el
my
prop.
root node
No.
gone?
Es el prop, el
You
spoiler.
better there.
En serio, tío. Es la maquinita esa de... El fotomatón, tío. Yo creo que es un fotomatón. Tiene pinta.
There we go.
Sí, traspaleta,
See,
efectivamente.
in this shape, it doesn't really look like anything.
Una
I can't
traspaleta,
tell
¿ves?
what it is.
Necesitamos a alguien del sector, tío, que nos dijera qué
Ah,
coño era
this-
eso. Porque yo
this is
estaba
the
llamando
thing.
torito mecánico y no, tío. Es una
Hopefully I submitted
traspaleta,
it
tío.
correctly.
Efectivamente. Una
Put-
puta
put a
traspaleta,
bit
tío.
of too late. I was gonna say put a bit of rotation just
Ah.
for
Ah, de Big
variance.
Benny's.
There we go.
Oh, this light. I tell you what, this lighting doesn't do it justice. I'm
No,
sorry.
like, yeah, change it
Yeah.
to. Can you change the time of day? Change it to like nighttime.
I didn't even remember how to do that. I'm in a test level at the moment. I can't. In the test
Gotcha.
level, I think.
You can change the time of day in the test level.
I don't have the facilities for that.
Oh my god, no! It's like a.
Got,
It's like a.
where is it?
It's like
Yo
a
creo-
one button push. I can't remember
Yo,
what
yo
the
creo que hay
button is right
cosas,
now.
yo creo que hay cosas que por mucho que avancen los años, les va a costar mucho cambiar, ¿no? O sea, una silla va a ser una silla siempre, chavales. Un taburete va a ser un taburete. Una barra de bar va a ser una barra de bar. Un carretillo, pues será un carretillo, ¿no? O sea, no sé. Bueno, igual, vale, puede que sea aerodeslice y movidas, pero yo qué sé.
maybe even 100 years. One of the tasks was to develop what a Big Benny's machine looked like from many years ago.
Like years ago, yeah.
Yeah. So what you're seeing is like a classic, vintage, retro Big Benny's vending machine here. You can show them the concept.
Sí, a ver, el tema del vídeo del cabezón que está diciendo Paisecuella, yo no, o sea, a mí me reventó, pero yo entiendo que haya gente que lo quiera ver, y es lo que hay. O sea, el Star Citizen Live no trata de... Volvemos a lo mismo, o sea, el Star Citizen Live trata de enseñar lo que es el proyecto. Entonces, hay partes del proyecto que te interesarán como jugador o como persona que está presente del proyecto, y partes que no, y es lo que hay, chavales. Se puede hacer mejor o peor, eso no lo discuto, pero la temática...
That was the concept, yeah.
I've got a good screenshot of it in the game, but I don't know if I
Sure.
can show that.
You
Would
can.
you?
You can.
Can you? Okay.
Here, I'm gonna change the camera so that they don't see anything else. But go ahead and bring it up,
Yeah.
and I'll swap it back.
Okay.
Sí, yo ya sabéis, yo ha habido algunos que no he sido capaz de aguantar, pero otra peña que le interesan, o sea, es que es una movida, realmente.
Yeah. So that's it actually in the game, with proper lighting.
Qué guapo en el juego, mira
And
cómo está.
working.
Yeah. Without
So.
the dodgy screen.
Yep.
So yeah. Essentially, using those tools, we can create trolleys. We can do different variants of these. So this could be like a full height cover one, for example. You could do one that's like crouch height.
Right.
And yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
could put
could
them in
even-
any orientation, and you can even walk this around now.
I was gonna say, yeah, try pushing it around, see if it works.
You could even imagine to have like a place that you need to go and you can push it to just access it, secret places and stuff like this. Could be fun.
Yeah.
I'd tip it over and kill somebody with it.
I wish I hadn't made the level so big. I would run it off the cliff. But yeah. Anyway, this asset at the moment it's very basic. There's going to be more done to it. It obviously needs click.
Claro, ahí está. A mí eso me gustaría verlo también como lo están haciendo, ¿ves? Porque quiero saber de eso también. O sea, lo del prop al final hacen mucha coña, mucha risa de por medio y una vez ya lo ves ya lo quieres liquidar, tío. Por lo menos a mí me pasa.
And,
Supongo que a Peña que le gusta este tipo de rollos de diseño 3D le interesará más el tema, claro.
integrating it, and then what you do is you slowly carry on developing the asset until you reach final art on it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Trolley 101, players.
Cool. Can you bring up the battle trolley one more time?
The battle trolley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bring
sure.
up the battle trolley one more time.
I really need to
The
clean
glow-
out this
the
whole
glorious-
bit.
Esto va de... El Star Citizen Live va de un carrito... De un carrito que están haciendo para meter en Pyro, que no es este. Es una traspaleta, Monkey.
Does my mouse need to be over it?
I don't know. There it is. There it is. Okay. So here, what I want you to do, folks. Look at me. This is my serious face. I want you to go to Twitter. I want you to tag John Crew. And I want you to be like, "Hey, John Crew, we saw Battle Trolley on SCL. When is it coming to the Persistent Universe?" I want every single, like, if you don't have a Twitter account, go make a Twitter account. And then
Dices Crondo que quiere que trolemos a Juan Tripulación con esta foto y que metan el juego in game. Ahora sí que ahora sí que
and just I want to see at
ahora sí que
least
se lo voy a poner.
300 posts on John Crew's Twitter account. Say Jared said we could have the battle trolley if we got to 300 posts. But you have to tag it in there so he gets the notification though. If you don't tag it, it doesn't count. It has to like buzz his phone every time it happens. 'cause I know
Ahora
he
sí que
has
se le he calzado,
notifications
tío, por andar jugando.
on. So
Le he puesto, no necesitamos un carrito, o sea, no necesitamos otro carrito de batalla, ya tenemos la Cutlass Steel, ¿sabes? Es que la Cutlass Steel es lo que parece, tío. No me jodas.
So
Alright.
he's just gonna start like rolling off his desk.
all right, you can stop the screen share.
Awesome.
All right, Lewis, Thomas, thank you so much for hanging out. Showing us a bit of your workflow. Yes, it's @_ John Crew on Twitter, folks.
Ahí
Look
está
in the chat.
imprimiendo la movida.
Look at the
todavía.
chat right now. If you're watching on YouTube, later, somebody add it to the YouTube comments so people can find it. It's at _John Crew, all one word. CREWE. Don't forget the E at the end. Lewis, Thomas, again, thank you so much for hanging out with us at the end of your week. That's all I got. Remember, folks, there is a free fly going on right now, so check that out. There's a new armor and stuff on the referral program. Be sure you check that out. Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back next week with more ISC and SCL. I don't remember what's on either one of them right now, because I'm in total travel mode right now, so I'm space brain. So, till later, everybody. Bye.
See
See
you,
you around
everyone.
there.
Bueno, pues ahí dice Discolando que tenemos Free Fly ahora mismo y creo que está haciendo un pico ahí
The
detrás, me
classic
parece.
line had to get in there.
Exactly.
We don't do Sea Universe anymore. That was the other show. I don't do Sea Universe. That was around the
we
verse.
do it
That was a
every
different
day. We do it
Every
every
day
day
we
on
do
the
it.
props team.
show. See you in the verse.
We have one
See you
guy
around
on
the
a
verse, yeah.
team, and he just waits, and then he spotlights his camera in the meeting, and he goes, "We'll see
See you around
you
the verse.
around the verse."
You guys are effing
And then
nerds.
everyone on the team, every guy on the team just like leaves slowly and sadly.
We leave before he says it.
Effing
Literally,
nerds. Yeah, I know it's still on. I was giving you bonus content. Oh my gosh, I was giving you
Oh.
bonus content. I know it was still on.
They don't want us to go yet. They
Do what I
our
like.
banter.
Do what I like.
Ya se acabó, vale. Pues nada, dice Discolando que para la semana hay